You totally am gonna have to take this blanket.
How does that even happen?
Take two.
Really?
Gracious. Hi everyone, this is Becca from Becca's, ooh, my hair, yikers. Hi guys, last week I taught you all about a marketing mistake you're probably making with your TPT business. And today I had planned on posting a video all about marketing on Teachers Pay Teachers and different strategies and things like that, to the point where like it's already filmed, edited, and uploaded. All I have to do is press play. But I kind of feel like I needed to wait a little bit and have this little coffee chat instead. And the reason is because I don't know about you, but since this whole coronavirus craziness has happened, my sales have gone down drastically. Like I used to make anywhere between $50 to $100 in a day, and I'm currently making like 2, 5, maybe 10 on a really exciting day. And it has just been a drastic change of events. And because of that, I didn't want to post the video all about marketing strategies because I didn't want you to come up with the idea that this is all your fault, because it's not. So instead, we're having a coronavirus craziness coffee chit chat about what the heck you can do now that the world has flipped its lid. So this is gonna be super casual, and I just have a couple little points that I wanna help you out with your Teachers Pay Teachers business, both now and in the future as well. If you're new around here, welcome. My name is Becca. I'm the music teacher over at beccasmusicroom.com, and I try to help other Teachers Pay Teacher sellers as much as possible while also trying to figure everything out myself. So we're gonna hop right into it. The first thing I want you to know about the whole everything is that if your sales are really pathetic, it's not your fault. It's really not, and that's not something I usually say, but it's very true. Specifically, I teach music, which makes it even worse because a lot of schools are not only closed, but a lot of schools are saying like, oh, don't give your students anything to do right now. We're not gonna have them do specials work right now. And then others are, and there's different requirements all over the board. And so people just aren't buying, you know, most of my things. My best sellers are my centers games, which require multiple people. So obviously those are not going very well because you don't have people to play them, and just lots of stuff like that. So it's not your fault. Don't freak out. It's gonna be okay. First thing we need to know. All right, so now what can you do to help your store? So number one would definitely be to make some digital resources. On Teachers Pay Teachers, you can make digital resources. So when you click add a product, it'll actually have an option for digital resource, and that will go straight to your Google Drive, and it will make a copy of whatever you have in your Google Drive that you select. This is something that honestly I had never done before last week. And so with all the craziness, I started making digital resources because that's what people are using, and it is going pretty well. So I've been using mostly Google Slides because I typically use PowerPoint, and what I've been doing is making a PowerPoint with any of like my clip art and backgrounds and stuff like that that have to stay flattened and cannot be copied, and save my PowerPoint as pictures and then upload it to Google Drive and add any of the elements where students need to type things or move things around and stuff like that. If you are interested in more specifics about Google Drive and all that kind of stuff, let me know in the comments, and I can maybe do a little bit of a like virtual walkthrough of how I'm doing things in just like a tutorial video. I had never done this until last week, so I'm not the master Google Slides person, but I at least know a couple things because I made a couple products. So digital resources could also be videos. So Teachers Pay Teachers has an option to upload videos. to the site that people can purchase to show their kids. You could also make a YouTube channel to upload your videos that way, but you couldn't, you know, regulate it so people couldn't pay for them. But if you wanted like a free one, that would be good. I have actually been doing this as well because I've been filming videos for my kiddos. So I will link a free one down below so you can just kind of see what I have been doing. And what I did is I posted it on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I also posted it on YouTube, and I did like a little activity that went along with it that were all free. And then I have done some videos that do need to be paid for because they're a lot of work. So yeah, so you can upload videos. Videos could be taken with your smartphone. I ran my YouTube channel seriously for an entire year before I ever bought an actual camera, and none of you seem to notice. So if you are like, don't have a camera, don't freak out, just use your iPhone. Like, they have ridiculously good cameras. Not mine because it's old, but it's okay. Those are the two main ways that you can make resources now to help your shop right now. Obviously, people will still use them after this is over, and digital resources, especially in elementary music, people are always using like on smart boards during class and things like that. So they'll still be used, but those are a few things that you can do now. Packets could also work really well because a lot of students maybe don't have technology, and a lot of schools are asking for packets to be sent home. So like sub plans, you could make a packet about whatever, I don't know. I'm throwing things out there. This is what I'm doing with my shop too. I'm like, throw it out and see what sticks. So now that we've kind of talked about like resources and stuff like that, what are some other ways that you could help teachers? So your main job basically is to support teachers by providing resources, by providing content, by providing support. Yes, you might be a teacher as well. I am. However, if you are on TPT, that's your job, is to support teachers. So make sure that on Instagram or on Facebook, you're reaching out, talking to people, asking them what they need, asking them what could be helpful, letting them know anything that you find to help your students that they could use to help their students. All those things are really helpful. Again, you can do videos. You know, you could upload video lessons to YouTube to go along with your products. That would be a great marketing strategy, actually. Sorry, we're not talking about marketing. Oops. Send emails to your list that have free ideas and paid for ideas, but just ideas that they can use. Just make sure that you're giving as much help as possible, even if it's just, hey, here's something you could use, here's a fun book you could read, here's a whatever. Even if it's something they have to pay for, like, it's still just helpful for them to have it. So think of any of those things you can. Do upload some freebies at this moment because people are just freaking out and they just, you know, they need them. But that being said, it is also okay to charge for your resources. I don't know about you, but I have been making digital resources and videos, and they take up so much time, even more time than like my sub plans do or my like games do. Like, they take so much time and effort, especially because there's been a learning curve. So don't feel bad about charging money for your products. Like, it's okay. That's what they're there for. You spend a ton of time. Other teachers are welcome to spend, you know, 5-6 hours of their life making it, and then they don't have to pay for it. So don't feel bad about that. But, you know, do provide freebies, but also don't feel bad about having to charge for your stuff. So those are all kind of things that you can do right now to help your community and also to help your TPT shop to do better. But I also want to mention that even though this is a longer thing than we all thought it would be, it's still temporary and it's still going to be over at some point. And it may not be until August of this year because a lot of schools have already canceled for the whole rest of the year. But at some point, like, kids are going to go back to school, schools are going to be back in session, things are going to go back to somewhat normal. So my point in that is, don't freak out and think that you have to make 1 million digital learning resources, because they might not be as popular next year. Yeah, they might do well now, but long term, people are still going to need all the things that you normally create in your business. Digital resources are an awesome addition to that. However, my point is that if you were already working on other things, you don't have to stop working on them just because all of this is happening. Feel free to finish whatever you're working on. Feel free to upload other products that you maybe have been thinking about and just haven't actually made yet, because chances are you have a little bit of extra time. You know, for me, even just not having to commute to my school and not having to like get my hair done and do my makeup and get dressed, and yeah, I know you should do that anyway, but I'm not, it saves me quite a bit of time. And so I have had a lot more time during the day just because of all the stuff. And so I've been making more products. Some of them are things to use now and some of them are not, because I know that once things go back to normal, people will buy those too. So it's okay to make your normal resources. It's okay to spend this time doing those things. If you don't want to do the digital resources or in addition to digital resources, it's okay. Don't forget. And it's also okay to not post anything. You might be feeling really overwhelmed right now, and you might be stressed out, and you might be just totally freaking out about just teaching your kids, especially if you're home with your own kids and have to homeschool them and figure out what you're sending your students. That's a lot of work. So if you don't post anything, if you don't post on Instagram, if you don't give anything away for free, if you're not helping your people with roundups, that's okay too. Like, take care of yourself first, and if you're feeling okay, then send whatever you know to your people or make a product for your people. But if you're stressed out, like, it's okay to not do anything. So it's okay to make digital resources, it's okay to not make digital resources, and it's okay to not make anything. Just kind of whatever you need to do right now to function, do that for the sake of your Teachers Pay Teacher store. And the last thing I wanted to say is, for the future of your TPT store, make sure that you have some money in savings, especially if you have recurring monthly fees like email lists or clip art subscriptions or whatever. I know I do, and so I'm kind of thinking, okay, I need to make sure I'm not like buying extra clip art or buying extra anything, because I didn't make very much money so far this month, and so I need to just kind of stockpile some of that for the future. And I will definitely be putting some money into savings so that next time we have issues like this, hopefully never, I'll have the money there just in case I need it. Especially if Teachers Pay Teachers is a main source of your income and you use that to pay your bills, then definitely make sure that you have money piled up so that you can pay yourself, so that you can pay your bills. All right, so I hope that maybe gave you a little bit of peace of mind as far as what you should be doing right now and how you should be feeling, and just what's happening in life. Mostly what I want to get across from you is that yes, things are really crazy right now, and oh my goodness, if you had asked me at the beginning of March what I thought this was gonna look like, I would have not ever guessed this. I know that everything's super up in the air and crazy, but just what I want to get across from you is just don't freak out. It's gonna be fine. And in the end, there's a quote that keeps going around. I think it was John Lennon. It said, everything's gonna be all right in the end, so if it's not all right, it's not the end. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, or video suggestions about things that you need help. I know someone Instagrammed me an idea earlier, so I'm gonna be jumping on that later. If you wanna know anything about like Google Classroom, Google Slides, all that kind of stuff, I will let you know anything I've figured out. It's not much, but it might be a little bit more than you've figured out. So feel free to just leave any of those things down below in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling, how you're doing, and when your school, or if your school, is planning to go back. I'm also going to be doing a teaching during quarantine Q&A that I'll be posting next week. So if you have any teaching related questions, leave those down below as well, and I will include them in there. I hope this was helpful. If so, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button so that other people can find it as well. And good luck. Have a great week.